You just can't get the stuff these days. Welcome to Grumpy Old Reds, where apologies for the delayed start, but our superstars are there getting their makeup done, so apologies. But we're here now, and welcome as we have a lot to discuss. Let's get into it. Good morning, good evening, or good night, wherever in the world you are. Everyone close your eyes because he's going to look big while I have to do the adjustments because he's late as well. Simon, can you hear me? Good. How are you, bud? Good. Guys in the chat, you just can't pay for service. If there's anyone available who would like to do some streaming, get your hands on streaming. We have a few slots open. As you can see, Dino, where are you, Dino? He'll be on his way shortly as well. But the rest of you, Ant, kudos, you were early and on time. Appreciate it, bud. Ez was, and he's just gone camera shy now. So it's good to see. How are you, boys? You all well?
Yep.
So are you
thank
good?
He's right. He's not on. He's not on.
Is he not on? Oh,
No.
Oh, I'm back.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. You are on.
Let's have a look.
Oh my, get better soon, please, buddy. Please get better soon. All right. While I sort Sai out, I do want to start just very quickly on this Gary Lineker thing and just get your boys' opinions on it. What have you thought about it, and do we care? Where is the thing on it? Or I don't know. Has anyone got a strong opinion on it they want to share? Guys in the chat, what do you think as well? I put out a little short on it earlier, but I don't know. Anthony,
Yo.
your name is
Sorry.
still Ant.
Was he listening?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Gary Lineker. To be
Yeah.
honest, I don't really care. I don't like mixing football and politics. I agree with his stance, but where was it previously? But that's another discussion. I'm sorry, I can't get that bothered about it. I only watch Match of the Day when Forest win anyway, so I've only seen it a couple of times.
You ain't seen much of that then, have you?
I don't think it's going to affect me much tomorrow.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. I'm honestly.
All right, fine, fair enough. Fair enough.
This is a football program, you know what I mean?
It is true. Is anything you want to add to it or say?
I've made my thoughts on him quite clear in terms of what happened during the World Cup and his views then, and how he felt that he had to virtue signal. He kind of is again. But on this occasion, I actually agree with him. No, I'm not delivering chocolates tonight, by the way, guys. I kind of agree with his stance on this, and if they're all together on it, then it just shows some solidarity as well. Obviously, our shirt sponsors are a major part of this, so we do have a vested interest in this. I agree with his sentiment. I don't agree with his wording. I think he knew what he was saying when he was saying it, and if you're not, then you shouldn't be. If you're not thinking about what the implications are of certain parts of your comment, then don't make them, and stay off Twitter for a start. But in a way, I agree with what he's saying, because if we go political, we'll be here all night. So I'm not going to go political on it, but my views are quite strong on this government and the way they're doing things. So yeah, from that point of view, I agree with him. So that's all I'm going to say on it.
Well, we'll leave it there. As DJ says, shut up and show more football. We're here for the football side. I don't know what you've done. I think you're going to have to leave and come back in, bro.
It's not what... Come on, let's be honest. It's nothing that Simon's done.
Yeah.
Well, it's not me. I can see him backstage. Can you guys see him backstage?
Yeah,
I can see him in studio mode, yeah, but I can't see him on my
my. Get better soon, buddy. Get better soon.
We can see him, but,
Okay. Right, I want to move on and start talking Forest, yeah? Because at the end of the day, that's what we're here for, yeah?
Let's get back to talking politics.
You don't want to get me started on politics and all the BS with the Conservatives. But anyway, let's get on with the football, right? So there's some big games tomorrow, of which this one, Forest and Spurs, yeah? You guys know how I feel about Spurs. We all know how Ant feels about... Well, we'll get into how Ant feels about them in a second. But it's... for me, what I want to discuss to start with is the tactics, right? Because we should have beaten Everton. We should have at least got a point to West Ham. Yeah, based on those two performances and results, should things change for tomorrow? I mean, the thumbnail has been done tonight, says low block versus low block, and I can't really argue too much with it. And how do you see this game panning out? Do you see it being a low block fest, or are we going to be surprised, and is everyone going to just like go crazy with goals tomorrow?
I don't think there's even the slightest possibility of us not playing our normal losing low block away football. Now, you know me, I've said it for a long time. I don't care. I don't care if we play low block if we win. However, away from home, we've been playing low block and consistently losing. And so on that basis, I'd rather try something different, because we all know what the definition of madness is, and that's currently what we've been doing for all season. So on this occasion, I would like us to be, especially against Tottenham Hotspurs, who are a very poor negative side, and B, in shocking form at the moment, and are there for the taking. I heard today that they've only sold 50%. I mean, I don't know how true it is, but 50% of their season tickets have returned. Season ticket holders have returned their tickets for this match. I saw a couple of the big Tottenham guys on YouTube recently, both saying, "I'm not going. I can't do it anymore. I don't want to go. It's rubbish."
Is that a right attitude, though? Is that a right attitude?
No, it's not. Not if you compare it to Forest fans who stick by our team through thick and thin. There again, we're a newly promoted team with fairly low expectations. They had expectations earlier this season. They had the almighty Conte. I think people know my views on him. And it seems like now everybody's actually caught up with me now.
Refresh us on your views, Ant, about
Ant, okay, I've got to pull you up on this Conte thing, right? Because if I'm being straight with you, can you really say Cooper's tactics are much different to Conte's tactics? Because you really hate Conte's tactics, but you will defend Cooper's tactics, yeah? I get it.
Yeah, I think Conte's got 4 more tools to work with than Steve Cooper's had. Steve Cooper's had 30 new players to try and work with. Yeah. And we're a newly promoted side. So I think I can give him some latitude as regarding playing more negative football than I'd like. With Conte, he's got superstars throughout his team, and he doesn't use them. You know, the other night, for me, the perfect example of Conte ball was with 80 minutes to go. You have to win that game. All right, you're going out of the Champions League. You have to win that game. You need a goal. 80 minutes gone. You bring off a striker, Kulusevski, possibly.
Yeah.
And you bring on a central defender.
Sanchez, yeah.
Sanchez.
Did they go down to 10 men as well?
It's Conte ball perfection.
That's it. And that's with 10 men. I know, yeah.
With 10 men, where they had to go against a very, very average Milan side, I have to say.
So from their fans' point of view, I can totally understand their frustration in comparison to ours. Totally understand that. But whether that's the right thing to do or not, I don't know. Because end of the day, we'd love to be in their position. Let's get it right now. You know, as much as we hate them as a team, we'd love to be in their position and have the stadium that they've got. And their expectations are obviously a lot higher, but they're perennial losers, basically. There's no other way to put it, you know. They've messed up their season again. We helped on with a League Cup defeat against them. And from that, the 2 performances we've had against them showed a lot of promise on how we can get at them. And Cooper's been talking the right talk for the last few weeks. And I do think against West Ham, he tried to be aggressive, but the timing was wrong. And I think the actual way he did it was absolutely wrong, and it obviously cost us the game. But I think in his head, he's got a plan in his head for tomorrow, and I think we'll be pleasantly surprised tomorrow. I genuinely think so, and I think we'll actually come. Yeah, I actually think we'll come away with
I hope so. Before I come to you, Si, who's Finley? Apologies if I don't know who it is.
I 16-year-old lad that passed away.
Oh God!
Yeah, he's quite.
Your mic. You sound like you're swimming.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Really.
Right. Let me just get my other earpiece.
Yeah, I think Ez has been quite polite there.
I'm always polite.
Yeah. Oh,
Oops.
Dino.
Hey, Dino's in.
Sorry, I'm late.
Dino. I
Dino
know
the
you're a
Smurf.
superstar now and everything, yeah?
I'm not a superstar. Where you got that
All
from?
right, but
Rubbish.
you don't get the option to be fashionably late yet, mate. Yeah, you got to work.
Never late. I'm never
Can we just-
late.
That is
Can we
true.
pass on our commiserations to Finley's
Yeah,
family?
absolutely. So I haven't heard
unbelievable.
the story, but of course,
Yeah.
any loss of life, especially that young, is tragic. So
Shocking,
thoughts and prayers as always with the family, and especially it's one of our own, isn't it? A red.
Yeah, bless him.
Sorry to hear.
Can you hear me
that.
better now, guys?
Yeah.
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 You sound like you're in a bigger toilet now.
Don't worry, Si. Your new
I need-
mic's on its way. Don't worry.
Mate, I need that
Hi,
new mic,
Andy.
yeah.
Don't worry. And can I say how lovely
this-
the FFTV mics look? I'm looking at Ez's, Dino's, and Ant's. Okay, he's fantastic. That's all from you guys in the chat. I know
Yeah,
they're small
thank you,
things,
guys.
but they're bloody expensive. And Dino,
Yeah,
this
we
is
need some hoodies, guys. So we need some super chats. So don't be shy.
it's going to be cold this weekend. Okay, Si, I really want to come to you, mate, because me and you've been going back and forth all day. Yeah, you are adamant that we have to play. Blinded by his boulder.
I love you, Stoney.
So you've been adamant we have to play low block football tomorrow.
We have to play
just
low block
those
football.
words makes my Chris Wood shiver up. Right? Can you just explain to me why you think continuing with low block, which we've done all season away from home, and to be honest, at home as well, is the formula for? Are you saying a win or a draw tomorrow with that formula?
A draw. Wolverine, there's absolutely no way Steve Cooper is going to change it tomorrow. There's
I'm not saying he's
absolutely
gonna change it.
no way he's going to
I'm
change
not saying
it
he's going
tomorrow.
to change it. I'm saying, why do you think he shouldn't change it? And guys in the
Right.
chat, do you think we should go low block or not?
Please say
Right. Let me ask you this question: which team does Spurs have the most success against in the Premier
one.
League?
It's going to
No,
say Manchester.
there is one.
It's going
there
to
is
say
one
Manchester
team.
City.
He's going to go
Yes.
Man City. Okay.
Yes.
So,
And what style of football does Man City play?
tiki-taka.
Yeah, free flowing attacking football. And you want Forest to start playing that?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going from one extreme to the other
do.
here,
No,
mate.
but it plays into their strength. It plays into Spurs' strength.
Mate,
Mate, they love it.
impressionable.
They
Oh
love
my
it when you open up against them because they'll just get the ball up to Son and he'll just hit us on the counter and they'll give it to Kane and he'll score goals. They love that. The last thing they want is Forest to come and low block and frustrate the crap out of them. Their fans, as you said, is toxic enough. If we can just hold on, in that game for long enough, we can either get a 0-0, which I'll be over the moon about, or we can nick a goal at the end. You got to hold that. You got to hold that crowd because that crowd is toxic at the moment. We've just got to frustrate them as much as possible. Dino, we can't compete with
we're in
teams
for
like
a
that.
fight.
We
Dino,
can't.
jump in here, Dino, jump in.
We can't compete with these teams. If we open up, we're going to get destroyed.
Well,
we've
first,
seen
we're
that.
not mate
We've
if you go
seen-
low block, right? So let's cut that out, right? So low block, where's that got us this season?
13
Hey,
for 14.
we only lost to West Ham 4-0.
Yeah.
Be fair.
Well,
Okay, so
Yeah,
where's
but-
that got us away this
We only
season?
lost to Man City 6-0. We only lost to Arsenal 5-0. Come on, Dino, be fair.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm setting the bar very low.
And
We
Man
should
United
attack them
3-0.
because they won't be expecting it for a start. Because if they watched every other game, they will not be expecting that.
None of us are.
I just
Go
don't
down
think we have to play.
That's what I'd say. Go down
I just don't
fighting.
think we have
Oh,
the players
come
for
on,
that.
guys. We tried it against Man City. We tried it against Arsenal. We tried it against everybody. It's not worked. We've got an awful away record.
Also,
Awful.
there's-
Spurs is
also-
different though because they're blunt up
Also,
front.
Si, there's a
got
big
big
difference.
stadium,
There's a big
yeah,
difference
yeah.
between an ultra low block and all out attack.
No, I get that.
That's
in
the point.
between,
That.
That's the point.
In between, keep it solid at the back, but not restrict ourselves by having 10 men behind the ball all the time, so we can't attack. We've got some
But,
decent.
the problem-
We've got some
What's
decent
happened to it?
midfielders who can
What's
play
happened to
decent
us?
balls. We've
You've
got
been
some decent
brainwashed.
strikers that are quick.
And the problem is we're not used to it. We're not used to it. The
We've all
players
been
won't know
brainwashed.
how to
Sorry.
attack.
Hold on, let Dino. I want to hear what Dino's saying. Go on, jump in,
You've all
Dino.
been brainwashed. We need to attack. Look at the likes of, right, I'll take Fulham as an example, who I don't think, they've got a couple of good players that I'd love in the Forest side. But I don't think pound for pound they've got better players than we have. Yeah, they don't low block.
And
They play
but
football. They
people,
attack.
I'll give you the argument. I agree with you. Yeah, but I'm going to give you the argument back that, say, a Happy Clapper channel would, right? Fulham have been in the Premier League before, so they've got experience of the Premier League. What say ye to thee?
It doesn't matter about experience. Experience doesn't matter. You get a team surviving and doing well in the first season, and then the next season they go down, or the season after. You've got to look at the likes of Everton, who have always been there or thereabouts under Moyes, and then kind of been dropping down slowly, and now they're in the bottom. They're struggling.
Ez,
I actually agree with Dino. I don't think
West Ham
being experienced is the be all and
now
end
look
all.
at them.
Last season we did quite well in the FA Cup against Premier League teams.
Yeah,
being experienced doesn't necessarily mean, because you can be crap and experienced, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, experience that being crap. Yeah, you could be.
Dino,
It was a different situation last year.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
right.
we'll get on to each situation. I just want to take, as I haven't heard from you on this one. And chat, I've put a poll, like, would you rather go low block, attacking, or somewhere in the middle in terms of the options? Ez,
Yeah.
where are you on this one?
Somewhere in the middle, mate. Like I say, I've seen enough potential in the 2 games we've played against them this season to show that they are get-at-able. And I don't think we should go there with as much fear as we have gotten. Cooper's been speaking, he's been talking the right talk, but I've not seen the action away from home. And I think he's really... I think this one it'll be a surprise tomorrow, and I can't see us just playing low block, because I think he's seen how they play. We all know how they play. And if we don't know, we'll just ask Ant. But either way, I mean, just to touch on about the comparison with Fulham. You can't. They've had this infrastructure for a couple of seasons, and you can't say experience doesn't count.
It's 11 on the pitch.
Experience is everything. Experience is everything. Of course it is.
Agree.
We've come
agree.
in. Well, I mean, you obviously we're here to disagree with each other. We're not here to create an echo chamber.
No, we're here to discuss, Ez, not to disagree.
We can disagree as well as discuss. But let me just make it clear that, to be fair, you've got experience is what's been the key thing this season, and that's why it's taken us a lot longer. But let's not forget what Ant said last time, because he was bang spot on. 30 players bought in, new manager, new squad. Everybody's new to this league. Pretty much. The majority of our playing squad have not played in this league, so experience does count. We haven't got that experience.
Does it? All right, so I'll chuck this at you.
Top level, Scarpa, Felipe.
We've got a lot of experience. We're
Ez,
specifically talking about Premier League experience. It's not like any other league in the world, so we can't compare the Brazilian league to it.
Hold on, Ez. Hold on. What about Fulham? The only players that have had Premier League experience before would have been Mitrovic, Will.i.am, and Pereira, who was crap at Man U. Yeah,
and who have been their key players this season?
Mitrovic was awful.
And who have been their key players this season?
That's not true. That's not true. They've got Leno as well.
Yeah, and
probably their wing backs as well.
And answer that question: who have been their key players this season? Those 4 plus Paulinho. They've got a good squad.
We have players that have Premier League experience.
Say again.
Excuse me. Virtually all our players have got Premier League experience because they've played nearly 3/4 of a fucking season.
That's another, valid point.
Okay. You can't turn around now and say Lodi has not got any Premier League experience.
No, that's not the point. Why are we going from one? That's not even a point that I made. I'm comparing the squads coming into the season.
Calm yourself,
but I'm comparing. Yeah, but if you're gonna make shitty comments for no fucking reason, then
that wasn't a shit comment.
Everybody calm down.
Lodi now has Premier League experience. No, it's gone.
Oh God. Oh, they come back at us.
Listen, that's just done.
Am I wrong?
He's had enough.
Am I wrong? Has Lodi not now got Premier League?
I agree with you, Ed. I agree with you.
I agree. I think as made a comment earlier about Cooper, he doesn't understand, because if you watch his pre-match against Tottenham, he says directly in that interview that why are we so bad away was the question. If I knew that, I would have done it by now. That to me is like the worst thing I've ever heard a manager say in a press conference. I'm sorry, but it is. It's like, and he did. Mate, whatever you're doing is wrong. So you need to change it. So what do? We don't change it.
Yeah, that's exactly we keep doing the same thing over and over again.
It's not working.
From home, I'm saying just give them the goddamn 3 points and let's avoid an injury. Just default them.
Just don't travel.
We got to change. We have to change. I am quite happy tomorrow, even against the team I detest and hate in Spurs at the time of the month. Right? Because I'll say this. Remember when we played them at the City Ground the first time round? Yeah? We lost 2-0. But honestly, that and the cup performance, it only seems to be against Spurs, are the 2 times I can remember where we actually went at someone and tried to win, etc. It didn't work at the City Ground in the league, but it worked in the cup, right? And I actually was okay with the performance, with the loss to 2-0. Yes, and the goals we gave away weren't because we were attacking, were from mistakes, defensive errors. Yeah, but everyone seems to think that, oh no, we attacked against them early in the season. We played attacking football. Let's never do that again. You know, it's like someone saying, oh, I had a car crash a year ago. I should never drive a car again just in case I have another car crash. You get back behind the wheel, man, and you get on with it. And for me, you can't go to Spurs, who are in the mud. Like, you all saw my brother yesterday. Yeah? He's freaking half suicidal, man. He's sick of Conte. He's sick of the tactics and everything. If we go and let them off the hook, like we let Moyes off the hook for West Ham, then that is an own goal in itself. I don't care if Spurs are 4th or 1st in the league. The way they are playing is dinosaur football, and we can beat them. We just have to have the right mentality. I'm going to do an Ez and just turn my camera off now. There. Who's up next?
We know how this is going to end. It's going to end 4-0.
I'm going as well then. Okay.
Go on, Si. Go on. How's it going to end?
Well, we had the chance to sack Rodgers. We lost 4-0. We had the chance to sack Moyes. We lost 4-0. Same thing again this time.
You calling 4-0?
It's going to be like 3-0, mate. Just look at that.
Earlier in the season.
I'm going to get straight into it. The size of that stadium. The size of that stadium.
God, I'm staying off camera while he does this one. Go on.
Well, it's not bringing the stadium agenda, is he?
It's more than 35,000 we're going to lose.
Yeah, it's 60,000, so it's going to be more than 3-0.
I know, but half of them aren't turning up, Si. They're all big stadiums. They're virtually all big stadiums.
Yeah, but it's not about the crowd, is it? It's about the size of the bloody stadium, and then our players just freeze.
So what happened against Wolves when we went to Wolves? Not a massive
stadium. I was there, and it
Blackpool.
was a fucking shit game.
Massive stadium, Blackpool.
Yeah, Blackpool. The stadium theory, mate. You're holding on to it for dear life.
Yeah, I mean, with small stadiums, it doesn't mean that we're going to win. It just means that we're definitely going to lose if we're in a big stadium, if that makes sense.
Won 2 European Cups in massive stadiums.
Yeah, we're talking about this Forest team. I keep hearing people throwing Wembley at me. I keep hearing people throwing Wembley at me. That was like a home game for us. That was literally a home game for us.
Craven Cottage is literally a cottage.
Yeah. It's even got a house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that, like, if we're playing a small stadium, we're going to win. It just means, you know, we're definitely going to lose if we're playing a big stadium, and we're probably going to lose if we play in a smaller stadium.
Johnny, I'm saying we're going to win, right?
Your expert analysis is if we play away from home, we're going to lose. I do agree with you on that. I do agree with you.
Yes, and
all right. I mean, where's Ez, man? Is he actually really pissed off?
I don't know. I've messaged him, but it's not.
Oh crap! It's got to that stage where you've had to message.
Yeah.
Ez, come back. All right. Let's get into it. Right. I think, regardless, I know we're sounding like we're being negative about it and stuff. We're just having a chat and we're just being realistic about everything, right? For me, the team selection tomorrow is going to tell us a lot, man. If I see, goddamn, if I see Chris Wood's name and that team sheet tomorrow, yeah, then that sends me out the signals. I mean, everyone tried to have a go at me saying, oh, apologize to Chris Wood after, he scored that, worldie from 2 yards out. But has anyone's opinion on here changed on Chris Wood? Is anyone, and you guys in the chat, how are you feeling about Chris Wood at the moment?
He had a slightly better game last game out.
Did he?
Yeah, I
Wolverine,
think
you're
so.
too.
He held the ball
I
up
think
well.
Forest fans.
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of not really played, has he? So he's not fit. He falls into the category of some others, but neither did Felipe. I have to say, he played 4 games, didn't he? And he came in and played great off the bat. So I don't know. I don't know whether we'd set up for Wood.
I don't think he'll play Wood tomorrow.
We've not got wingers, so there's a problem straight away.
Yeah, I don't think he'll play Wood tomorrow.
I think
Who
he
do
will.
you think he'll play?
I think he'll have a false 9. I don't think he'll play Wood.
I actually would love that. I can't believe I'm saying that.
I can't believe I'm saying that either.
There's not much point in playing Wood because as somebody just put there, he's too slow. So if we're going to be playing a low block with counter-attacking football, Wood is not your man.
We've done this Wood thing before, haven't we? I mean, we've done the Wood thing to death. We've joked
Yeah,
about
I'm just
it.
saying, you know, I don't think he'll play him tomorrow.
I do
don't see
think
the
he
point.
will because it's Steve Cooper.
Yeah, but why would you play a play like Wood if you're playing a low block and counter-attacking football? It makes no sense.
It's for him to hold the ball up.
Well, you wanna punt
That's
the
the
ball
mentality
up,
behind it.
Go on, Si. What
why-
are you saying?
You pricks don't know
For
what
me,
to
I'm just saying. I think Forest fans are too
Hi,
harsh
Ez.
on Wood. To be
Love
honest,
you.
We're too harsh.
you, Ez.
Why?
too harsh on Wood. Like, do you remember him like missing a sitter?
I don't remember him at all, basically.
Yeah, because he doesn't get service. He doesn't get service. Like
He
I've seen
doesn't
so many
get
times.
about, Si. He doesn't
No,
get about.
mate. If you watch the games, no one passes it to him. I remember so many times Brennan's had a like he was open for a pass and people just don't pass it. They just go and shoot and it goes miles over the bar or it goes wide.
He did have an involvement in the goal, didn't he?
Yeah, I don't
Brennan's
think you can
I'm
blame
not saying
Wood,
Wood's
to
the
be honest.
worst player in the world. I just don't think that tomorrow's the kind of game that's suited for it.
No, I'm not saying Ant. I'm just saying Wolverine in general. I'm just saying Wolverine
Well, you know
and
what he's
Forest
like.
fans in general.
Don't take any notice of what he says.
I just think he's an easy target for people, and people just taking it
He
out
makes
on him. I
himself
don't
an
think.
easy target, Si. That's the problem. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
but he's not. I don't think he's done much wrong, to be honest. I can understand if he
You're
was
a bit
giving the
happy
ball away.
clapper,
Like,
Si, I've got to say.
no, I just think
You are.
I
You
can,
are.
I can understand if he was giving the ball away like every ball.
You
No.
are. They get paid a lot
Let's
of
get-
money. He costs
Mate.
us a lot of money. Well,
Mate, the
they earn
Sam
a lot of money,
Surridge just
not
missing
us.
chance after chance, but he's Super Sam and he's our proven goal scorer and
Oh.
he's our most clinical striker in the
Honestly,
club.
with Sam-
I've not seen Wood miss one chance. Maybe he's had one.
I haven't seen him
Yeah.
have a chance, mate. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
But that's because he doesn't get the ball.
So
No,
what's the
Sam
point of
Surridge
him playing
fanboy.
if he's not getting the ball?
Exactly.
I don't. Just tell Brennan to bloody put his head up and pass
Remember
the ball to
Collymore
him.
going to fetch the ball? Just saying.
Ooh. He's too young to remember Collymore, man. He's too young.
No,
Kane.
of course.
Harry Kane goes to fetch the ball. He starts his moves off in midfield.
Yeah,
And
you
then he
can't
runs into the
compare
box for the
Wood
final
to
pass.
Kane, can you?
We need Spacebar's opinion. We need Spacebar's opinion on this. He's had experience.
You're in there, I think.
He's in here.
Look, and you make a point because Spacebar's the one. He's been quite honest about it,
Here
hasn't
goes
he?
there, look.
No returns on this item. Yeah, he's been quite honest. He said that Shelby will be good for us. He said that Chris Wood would be absolute crap for us. So far, he really wanted us to buy Lascelles off him. Look, I get it. I am harsh on Wood, yeah, but I don't care. I swing from the hips. I'll be harsh on players and really over the top praisey on players. Do you know my biggest problem with Wood is what he's doing to MG Dub? That's my biggest problem with him, is that he's suffocating MG Dub, man. And I just say, just play the goddamn false 9. Yes, thank you, Spacebar.
Not so much he is, but the actual formation and the setup
Yeah.
is. And I wouldn't
Yeah.
I wouldn't play a striker tomorrow. I'd play false 9. 100% play false 9 tomorrow. There's no, for me, that's the way to get them. And we're going to get them on a counter attack. We are going to be playing a mix of low block and a bit more progressive. But to be honest, I think they're there for the taking. Let's stop fighting amongst ourselves like pricks. When they're in so much turmoil right now, they're there for the taking. And if we don't take advantage of it, then we've only
So
got
will
ourselves
West
to
Ham.
blame.
So
Right,
will
right,
West Ham.
okay. I'm gonna let these West Ham pricks into a little secret. We did that on purpose. We think we've got a much better chance of going down with Moyes in charge. So we gave them that 4-0 defeat. So
Yeah,
they'd
but did it have to be 4,
they'd
Ez?
have to hold on to
Couldn't it
that
have been
point.
Ez, Rogers as well. Rogers as well.
Rogers as well, exactly.
Rogers as well. He was under pressure, and then they beat us 4-0.
Yeah, and
4-0
our
seems to be
Yeah,
a-
we kept them in.
Well, I wonder what 4-0 Spurs is going at tomorrow in terms of.
Okay, it'll be odds on, won't it? All right. Well,
It's
let me ask this
kind of a
question.
pattern that's forming here.
Well, let me ask this question. It comes from Trix Wing, and it's quite theme related. Guys, get your questions into these grumpy old gits. Plus, young Simon. Wood or Surridge to start? I want to look. If we had to play a striker, Si, I want to start with you because I know you love Surridge.
Yeah, Sam Surridge, my favourite player.
Who would you start if you had to pick?
To be honest,
Wood or
I don't mind Surridge that much. I think he's good, until he has to shoot. He's good in the build up. He's good in the build up. He's actually all right in the build up. He suits our system. He knows the players well. I wouldn't start Surridge. I'll just start, as you said, false 9, MG Dub.
You wouldn't
Probably
start either, basically.
I'll probably start like Lingard or no. I'll put Scarpa on the left.
Thank you.
What?
Scarpa on the left.
Scarpa, who's he? I mean, we'll get on Scarpa. Let's not open that can of worms because I'm going to lose my shit quite early on, right?
Just because Scarpa is more, he's actually all right defensively. You don't want a Dennis giving the ball away.
But why are we looking at Scarpa's defensive qualities,
I just told you because we're low blocking tomorrow.
Would any one of you 5, 4, however many you are, start Surridge tomorrow? And guys in the chat, would you start Surridge?
No.
Neither. I'd start Dennis up front. Why not? Pace.
Pace, give
Losing
the ball away.
Too much.
What up front doesn't matter, does it? All we need to do
Why are you saying give the ball away?
Because that's all he does. That's all he does.
That's not all he does.
That's not worked. Surridge not worked. Why not? Why not? Away. It's a
Wait,
free
no,
hit.
hold on. I'm not letting Ez off the hook.
He got one pass through. He only managed to get one pass through in the game against Everton. Rest of the time, mate, he gave the ball away, and he was scared.
And who do you expect him to pass it to? The 0 players that are in the opposition half, or the 10 players in our half?
That's not the point.
That is the point.
No, it's not the point, because who are you running to? Why are you running with a ball then if you've got no one to play
Oh, God forgive him for attacking, man.
Hold up the ball, get players in play. I don't know why we do this anyway. Why are we running down corridors where there's no one to pass it to anyway? But I've had enough of Dennis, and I've said this before. He has been given his chances. He maybe not as much as you guys would like, but I think from what I've seen of him, there's nothing there to say that he deserves more time on the pitch for me. But that's a separate matter. I'm just going to touch on this Surridge thing because there's some fanboys on some other channels who, what the hell are they talking about when they say he's our best finisher and this and they're talking about this season. What the fuck are they talking? What have they been watching? What have they been watching? And he's still our best finisher. Why does this argument still keep coming up? Because he's had some chances this season and he's fucking blazed them and he hasn't scored them. So I don't really get the fanboys of Surridge. I don't hate Wood enough to put. I don't hate Wood enough to put.
Ed is angry, Ant is calm. I can't take this.
I love this Ez. I love this Ez, man.
I was fine.
Feel right.
Usually this Ez only comes on where there's no camera, man.
I'll switch it up.
And at the risk of pissing Ez off even more, right? What would you say back to his comments there? Let's start with Dennis.
I would say, if given the choice, if we had to play a centre forward tomorrow, given the choice of Surridge, Wood, or Dennis, I would 1,000,000%, without any shadow of a doubt, pick Emmanuel Dennis. I was watching a couple of Spurs channels earlier on, and I've seen this time after time after time after time with opposing.
Cindy Lauper style, yeah?
Yeah, Cindy Lauper style. Whenever anybody asks, who are you afraid of at Forest? It's always the same. Brennan Johnson, Emmanuel Dennis. Because other fans seem to recognise what talent that guy's got more than Forest fans do.
That's because they don't watch us, aren't they? They're just going off last season. Yeah.
They're not going off this season, are
You're
they?
right, Si. You're right, Si. They are going off last season because he was good last season. That means he's got the potential to be a good player. Unless you play the guy, you're not going to see that, are you?
I think there's too much fear in him now. I see it when he comes on the pitch.
Yeah.
He's scared to lose the ball because he knows the fans are going to be right on his back. And
but who's created that fear? Who's created that fear?
His play. I'm sorry.
No, I agree that.
He was good. He was good against Everton. He was good against Everton.
Yeah. I saw him do one thing against Everton. That was it.
I just work.
He put that nice cross in.
I just work on the basic premise that the guy is strong, powerful, direct, and can score.
And easily
That's
pushed
it.
off a ball. I think
Dino, where are you on Dennis?
I
Where
don't
are you?
know. Dennis. I don't think he's had the chances that Ez thinks he's had. He's not started many and seen it all the way through. He's obviously come off. He's come on 70 minutes, hasn't he? A few times. He's played on the left. Away from home, I think he's fast, and we need a fast striker. If we're playing counter attack away from home, then let's play with some fast people. Jono on the right, Dennis down the middle, and XYZ on the left, because we don't have anybody on the left really that fits yet.
So where does Morgan Gibbs-White fit in?
He's in the middle.
I'd still play three behind the
just
striker.
said Dennis down the middle. He said
I'd still play three behind the striker. Put MGW in the middle, but he might have to drop a little bit deep.
There's no way we play that
I agree
formation.
with Si on that.
So you play 4-2-3-1.
Hold on. No. I agree.
No, I'm
with
trying to
Si
work
that
out your formation. So it's 4-2-3-1 then.
Yeah.
If you're playing three behind the striker, yeah.
Yeah. So you either play NGW in that middle, or you play Scarpa there, who can come back and tackle. If you're that shit scared about Tottenham,
I'm
not. We're all saying
I
they're
told
in. But everybody's saying, they're in disaster. They needs to be sacked. They'll still, if we don't go out with the right attitude tomorrow, they'll still trounce us.
Spot on.
I hope not.
Somebody tell me that I'm wrong.
I'm not going to argue with you. Look, the funny thing is, as angry, I don't know why I'm so angry tonight, but I'm angry, right? I still think we're going to win tomorrow. I think we're going to win comfortably, right? I don't know. Maybe my brother's been pissing me off.
1-0's all we can manage. What's comfortable?
Well, 2-0 is comfortable. That's why I'm talking like when I say Forest going to thrash someone, 2-0 is a thrashing, right? Leicester style. Let me throw a curveball out at you. Now, I'm not saying this is what I would do. I just want to throw this curveball out. Would we all agree, ignoring the happy clappers, right? Sam Surridge is not the best finisher. And the best finisher would be Brennan Johnson, currently on form in the club.
100%.
Right. Would anyone, and guys in the chat, I'd love your thoughts on this. Would anyone contemplate putting Jono up front? Because it hasn't really been talked about.
That's what I was going to suggest.
Too lightweight. And he doesn't play to his strength. His strength
if he's
is knocking the ball
lightweight,
down the line.
I don't think it'd be fair on Jono, to be fair. I don't think it'd be fair on him to.
No,
just asking the question. I'm not saying it's what I'd do. Let me go around one at a time because you guys are all talking over each other. So, Si, you wouldn't do it because you think he's too lightweight.
He'll get eaten alive by centre backs. Yeah.
The Spurs centre backs?
Yeah, even then he's too lightweight, mate.
All right.
You need his pace down the wing.
Ez?
I'd play him up there, and I don't think he is as lightweight as he was at the start of the season. I think he's really bulked up, and he is taking on defenders, and he's not scared to have a go and have a go back as well. I think the performance against Everton showed a lot of what's good about Johnson at the moment, and I would be tempted if you're going to play somebody as that pivot. I would play him at top. I would. I don't think it's a worst idea. If we're talking about strength and being pushed off a ball and all that sort of stuff, I don't think he's as lightweight as some of the other options we're talking about. And I don't think Chris Wood would work in this with this formation. I kind of agree with what Sana touched on. I mean, Wolverine touched on earlier about how it's impeding MG Dub's play. So I wouldn't play Wood tomorrow. And if you're going to play somebody right at the top of that, I'd be tempted to put Jono up there. I think his pace would absolutely frighten them. And their defenders aren't all that at all. So I don't
know what? It is just interesting. I didn't think anyone would go for this. I don't think I would. But there's some mixed answers in the chat that made me create a poll. Would you play Jono up front, yes or no? Dino, what's your take on this one?
I agree with Si in most of what he said, because I think he is a winger, isn't he? He's been kind of blooded as a winger. His pace, he's not ultra skillful, but his pace is really, really good, and can beat most Premier League left backs. But I'd probably, I kind of partly agree with us as well. I'd look at who's their slowest back four. And if it's the left back, then I play him in off the right as an inside forward. If they've got two slow centre backs, then yeah, possibly he could do that. I don't think he's strong enough to play that naturally. He is getting stronger. I agree with Ez, definitely. And he's a bit more worldly wise, isn't he? But
I love the idea that Mark's saying, and this nicely ties into going to Ant. Ant, would you consider it to put Scarpa on the right by putting Jono up front? Something like that? Or where do you feel in general? I guess let me ask you first where you feel about Jono.
Jono's a right-sided forward. That's what he is. He's a right-sided forward. And I don't think... Martinelli is a great player, but he's crap at centre-forward. He is. He's crap at centre-forward. All the Arsenal fans have been screaming out for him to play at centre-forward. He can't play centre-forward. It's a specialised position.
You see that wrong from him this week.
Jono is a superb right-sided forward player. And that's where he belongs. That's where he plays. That's where he plays his best. And I was extremely impressed with him against Everton. I saw Jono putting himself about a bit again for the first time, really, putting himself about a bit against, and I was quite impressed with what he did. So I would always keep Jono as a right-sided forward player, and not only that, the likelihood is, I think Emerson Royale is injured. The likelihood is. Does Pedro Porro play on? No, it's Perisic.
He's on the right.
Sessegnon.
No, it'll be Perisic.
Perisic is.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that.
It's doubtful, but whether it's Perisic or what, Perisic is an attacking left wing back. He's not a defender, so he will leave spaces for Jono to play down that right hand side, and I think that could be vital.
Fair point. What's interesting? Go on, say.
So just quickly, it's one of the few parts of our team that's actually working right now, so there's no point changing it. And, what's the point of having Scarpa on the right and if you're going to put Jono up front? Because he's not going to be on the end of those crosses. I don't think I've ever seen Brennan score a header.
Would you consider Jono on the left, something Ez has mentioned before, so that he could cut in to then shoot on his more natural foot?
No, but then he can't run past defenders.
Why?
Because it's not natural, is it?
You still can side. There's a lot of players. In fact, Rashford. I would say the majority of wide forwards now.
No, because he'll try and run past defenders, but he'll go more wide, won't he? He'll go more. He'll take him away from the goal.
You've got Saka, who's left-footed and plays on the right. You've got Martinelli, who's right-footed and plays on the right.
Coutinho, right-footer, played on the left for Liverpool, cut in, scored loads of goals.
I personally, I'd like. Look, it might.
It's working. Don't change it.
I agree to an extent.
I do agree with you
that we've not seen Jono play there on the right. He might not be able to do it. Simple as that.
It's not a time to piss about, is it now?
Yeah, well, I would say the only reason I wouldn't change it is the majority of our goals have come down from the right-hand side. And
I agree.
Why change our main threat, basically? So, that's the reason why I wouldn't change it. But if you were going to, someone mentioned a 4-4-1-1. If you're going to play a formation like that, then I'd play Gibbs White and then Jono ahead of him. But I want to see Scarpa back in. So whatever it takes to get Scarpini back into the starting lineup, that's what I want to see, because I think he's
on the left.
He's been
We're coming on Scarpa in a sec. We're coming on to Scarpa.
Scarpa.
Hold on, don't start. Wait, not Scarpa. We're not doing Scarpa yet. We got to build up to main event, right? We got to warm the crowd up.
I'm not talking about Scarpa. I'm talking about that three behind the striker.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I like the idea of that. I really do. I think once Niakate's back in, then there's no excuses not to do it. Just before we move on to talk about Scarpa and others, thank you all for being here. We've got about 200 of you in here, but 56 likes. Please don't forget to hit that like button as well. If you're enjoying the feistiness, I wasn't expecting it to be this feisty tonight. I know we are grumpy old Reds, but bloody hell, we've started off with a bang. Please don't forget to hit that like. Stoney, I'm looking your way, Stoney. And also, I just want to say to everyone before we continue, as always, cheers. I've got my 7-Up. Let's get that cracked open.
You still got some.
And what I do want to know, this is completely off topic, but let's do it quickly, right? I'm not a massive fan of 7-Up, but Twist, if you're watching, cheers. What's your favorite
green
screen? I know, I can't bother to turn it off. What's your favorite fizzy drink? And Sarah, you're spot on. All me and Dino doing it at the same time. We're so close to 9.5K. Please subscribe if you haven't already. But very quickly in the chat, what's your favorite fizzy drink? Sai, what's yours?
Fanta.
Okay. Ez?
Probably have to be a classic Coca-Cola. Full fat as well. None of this zero sugar shit. Full fat.
Dino?
Zero sugar shit.
How's that for timing, man?
Yeah.
I knew he had it. I could see it.
And that's the liquid gold, isn't it? That's Pepsi Max.
Pepsi Max.
And
Yeah.
Yes,
Ribena.
bro. Yes, bro. It's all
Ribena.
about space, but it's all about Pepsi Max. Let's see what some of the chat is saying. I know it's random, but I love getting to know you guys better. So Johnny's saying Fanta, Chucker
Prosecco.
saying Cherry Coke. Tizer for Alan. That's a little left field. That's a little left field.
Tizer.
Quattro.
Wow.
Quattro,
That was
yes.
Quattro. That's an Audi.
No. Can't remember Quattro?
No,
I don't know what that is.
He's going to pretend like he wasn't alive.
I swear to God. I mean, sorry. Do you know what Quattro is?
No, I've never heard
I mean,
of that.
we're 21, mate.
You know what
Yeah.
Umbongo is? Because that's probably
Yeah.
Bongo, drink it in the
I know
Congo.
Bongo.
You drink it in the
little
Congo.
carton. That's
Yeah.
not fizzy, though. That's not fizzy. Nathan.
Can I just tell a quick story? No, not story. I want to know if there's any Scottish gentlemen or ladies in the chat tonight.
Hello.
You're not Scottish. You're about as Scottish as I am Brazilian.
Stop being racist. Why? Because I'm brown. Because I'm
Not
brown. Is that what it
racist.
is, Dino? Yeah?
You're not brown. Look at
Oh
you.
my
You're
God.
definitely not
Chat,
brown.
Am I not brown, chat?
You've not got a Scottish accent, so we're what's
I
parents
mask it.
Scottish?
I mask it. Hold on. Before you ask that question, let's go pop a few more. Henri is saying Fanta. I hate Fanta, man.
This is it.
I love Dr. Pepper. I'm a fan of Dr. Pepper. And
No, not
you got
anymore.
similar taste to me. You're a Dr. Pepper guy.
I like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, I thought you would. Old Jamaica, says Mark. What the hell is that?
Hey,
It's ginger ale, mate.
quick one. Iron Brew.
I've got an Iron Brew
I
story.
spent quite a lot of time in Scotland, and it is hilarious. Honestly,
I love
you walk into Asda, Tesco, wherever you go in,
Yeah.
and they've not got any soft drinks except for fucking mountains.
They got
of Iron
liters
Brew.
of that stuff.
And
I
I went to
love Iron Brew.
I went to 3 separate business meetings over 2 days in Scotland. And you know when you go to the meeting room and there's normally a drink of water, they all had Iron Brew in there. It's like
Oh,
they
to be
force
fair,
it
I like
down.
Iron. I do actually like Iron Brew.
I quite
I
like
love
Iron
Iron
Brew. Yeah.
Oh my God,
I'm Brennan
Orangina.
Johnson.
I haven't heard. Does that drink still exist?
It's not fizzy though,
Yeah,
is
it
it?
does.
It's not fizzy though, is it?
Panda Pop. Oh my God, that's old
Panda.
stuff.
With a tropical
It's an Audi. Thank you,
taste.
Johnny. That's
Whatever
exactly
that is.
what I said. Nick's got some Scottish blood in him as well. Iron Brew. A few Iron
Brew.
Brews in here, mate. A lot of Iron Brews.
Yeah, Iron Brew.
Yeah.
Bongo
I
is
like
like-
Iron Brew. Yeah.
It's quite a nice Iron Brew. It's a really weird flavour,
Yeah.
but it's nice.
Iron Brew and vodka.
Dandelion and burdock, says Mark.
Oh, Dandelion and burdock.
Healers on the channel. Iron Brew and vodka.
Vimto. Oh my God.
I quite like Vimto and Dandelion
Yeah, I
burdock.
love Vimto. You can't drink much of it, but it's nice for a change.
Are you serious? I've got the Nottingham Bronze.
Yeah,
Mate,
you're
that
white.
is
You're
that is
white
brown.
as me, man. You're as white
That
as
is
me.
brown.
You're
Shut
so
up.
white. You're whiter than me, and I'm white.
Just because Ez is darker than me, man, doesn't mean there's not different shades of brown. But anyway, freaking Nottingham
You
Bronze.
wait till I've
man.
been on my holidays. I'll be browner than you.
So, where's your Scottish heritage from then, Wolverine?
From the place I was born, mate, in
From the
Edinburgh.
Highlands.
He
On that beautiful day,
He spent nearly
18
20,
days there and then
spent nearly
come back.
20 minutes in Scotland.
That's Peterborough.
All I'm gonna say is 18th of November. Wait, what was 21 years ago? What year would I have
Yeah,
been?
so you can't even figure it out. You lies are unraveling.
2000.
2000.
That's unraveling.
18th of November 2005. The whole of Scotland stood still as Wolverine was born.
No, it's
In
because you were
in
leaving.
mourning.
Why?
In morning. Anyway, oh my God, man! You talk about Forest, right? And the chat, like they put their messages in. It's nice to see. You ask them what their favorite drink is. I can't keep up with it.
Flooding.
It's like, we should start a drinks channel. Forget the Forest channel, man. Anyway, Dino, you were going to tell us a quick story. You said.
No, I told it. You missed it.
Side
was
Went to
that the
3
Iron Brew
business meetings
meeting?
in Scotland over
Oh,
2
was that
days,
it?
and there was Iron Brew on the table every time. Nothing else. No water, nothing. Iron Brew. You had to
I meant
drink that.
2000 and 2002.
1995, you dickhead. Hang on. Hang on. No, that's wrong as well.
Still wrong.
2002, man. 2002. Apple Tizer. That's
Why
old
don't you
school.
check your Scottish
What time is it?
birth certificate, mate?
Do you want? Where's my driver's license?
He's actually. I was
No,
before you're going to
seriously.
pull out your birth certificate. Then.
All right, hold on. I need to cover up these numbers, right? What does
What,
that
the
say?
year? Covering up the year. We can't see
So
anything.
blurry.
You can't see shit.
Yeah, it says
It's like You need to work on your cuticles, mate.
Libya.
What does that say? Scotland.
There
Nails
we
are
go.
a bit rough,
Scotland,
mate.
all right. Driver's license. So screw all of you. Yeah, I'm
Hang
most
on a
Scottish
second.
one
What are
here.
you showing off about being born in Scotland?
Yeah, that's a
I'm a
good point.
quarter Irish. I'm a quarter Irish.
I mean, I was born
Yeah, that's
in
why you're ginger,
Nottingham,
mate.
the best
Anyway,
city
all
in
right,
the
we got.
world.
Ginger beer.
Hey,
That's
shut
another
up,
one.
Spacebar. Spacebar,
Oh, I
go
love ginger
to a
beer.
Newcastle
You know
channel or
anybody that's
something.
just
Crabbies. I love
You know
crabbies.
anybody that's just entered the stream? They must be thinking it's like
Yeah.
the Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
Not even
made
anyone who's
from
just entered
Garden.
the
From
stream.
girders.
Made from Gardens.
Anyway, should we get back to football? Should
No,
we
it's down the drink.
Do
It's
it
more
now.
Yeah,
fun.
let's talk about lilt.
Shit.
I was enjoying that
I
then.
used to love lilt, man. We've changed the taste though. Go on.
Quick shout out to Aged Pink. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. You absolute legend. Please do hit the like button. We're on 74 likes. You guys are poor. You guys are poor.
Come on, let's get
200 in here
100
and
at
74 likes. Show some respect. Show some respect. All right. Shut up, Red Dog. You can't read that for crap. 1965, man. That's older than my mum. Bloody hell.
It's not.
These guys, look
Probably
at that.
not.
I'm deleting the channel, man. Screw this. I'm going back to the Wolverine channel. Screw FFTV.
Yeah, go on, bugger off. This is our channel anyway.
Yeah, why don't you change your name back like some other?
Stop it, you. Stop
Look,
it.
mate, not all of us can be Nottingham Forest fans / something. Anyway. All right, let's
So
move
we're
on to the
beating
next
Tottenham
question. What?
Are we beating Tottenham? That's
No,
what
we're not
all
going to
here
do
for.
that yet. We're not going to do that yet, right?
Oh, you tease.
I'm a tease. I want to get through some of the chat's question. Simon F. Shout out Simon F. He's got a question in here. Of all the teams in the top 6, we can't help not playing out of low block against Spurs. We'll accidentally attack tomorrow, he says. That's more a statement than a question. Stoney's asking, if Awoni was fit, would you play him? Only asked because he's scored an absolute screamer on my FIFA career. Is everyone on the Awoni get back in because he's the best player in the world because he's injured bandwagon or not?
No, he's the best player that we've
Not
got.
'cause he's injured. No. Yeah.
He's the best
Up
player in the
front.
world ever, except for
Best
Stan.
player that we've got up front,
Yeah.
in my
Simple as
opinion.
that. Simple as
So
that.
yes.
Si?
I would play him on the left now, to be honest.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm actually liking it.
Yeah, you know what, Si? I don't know if you're kidding or not, but I actually liked him on the left as well.
I do like it. Yeah, it suits his game more.
Dino, are you convinced on this left-sided Awoni striker?
No. Centre backs are big and strong normally, aren't they? And good
Correct.
anticipation. We need
Correct.
somebody to bully him, and we've got nobody.
Yeah, but he's got pace though. He's got the pace.
He's got pace and he's got strength, so let him bully the
Yeah,
centre backs.
Yeah, I would play him.
no, but he doesn't hold the ball up well.
I would play him.
So you don't need
centre
anybody
forward,
holding the ball up. Let's just attack. Let's hold the ball up so we can go backwards.
I love Dino's attitude. Just
Dino,
attack.
have you seen the way
Fucking
we
attack.
play? Every time the centre back.
Yeah, I've seen the way we play.
Up the
It drives
pitch.
me mad. And I try and come on here and be positive, but it's hard. We put ourselves down for a beating before we even start playing. That's the problem. We go in negative.
He's got a point.
I've got a point. West Ham 4-0, Everton 2-2.
I would love us tomorrow to put out a more attacking formation, but I just don't believe we will. I think it'll be same old, same old.
He will. It's Mr. Cautious.
I don't mind. It's like I said before, Dino. I don't mind caution in the right circumstances, but it ain't working for us.
This caution and this surrender.
Yeah. And I think against Tottenham tomorrow, I think that a more attacking formation would benefit us because they're on their knees. You know what I mean? So
You're an asshole,
their
dude.
midfield. Ben calls out for their midfield. Our midfield should be able to boss that midfield. They're going to have Oliver Skip and who else will they have in midfield?
Højbjerg.
Yeah, Højbjerg is a decent player. Yeah, but he's only one player. You know, so if we can flood that midfield, we should have some joy tomorrow. But unfortunately, I think we're going to.
So who's going to be in our midfield? Who's going to be in
All
our
right, should we
midfield?
get on to that? You guys want to go there?
Yeah,
All right, go on,
let's do
Ez.
it, yeah.
Go on, Ez. I'll spin that question, hold the mirror up, and ask you who should be in
Yeah.
the midfield. And are you
know
going
what?
a 5 or a 3 or a 2 or what?
I'm going a 3 because I'm going to play a false 9. I'm going to play 4-3-3. But I would
Hold
risk.
the phone as Raza becomes a member of the channel. Raza, you absolute legend, Raz. They go in live on the watch along if you're not going to the game. Sorry, Ez, carry on.
Yeah, so but I would be tempted to start with Yatesy tomorrow, and I'd have my middle three would be Yatesy, Shelvey, and I'd bring Danilo back in as well. I'm dropping Freuler. And the only other option that I'd look at, if you're not going to start Yatesy, is putting Mangala in for Yatesy. I'd give Mangala a chance tomorrow. But I think Freuler either needs a rest or just needs to be rotated out for a little while. I think away from home, especially, in the way that we want to play, because we want to catch him on the counter-attack. I don't think he's swift enough in transition for me. And I think we're too stationary playing him and Yatesy and Shelvey. I think it's just too negative. So I would probably drop Freuler tomorrow and bring Yatesy and Danilo in alongside Shelvey.
All right, guys in the chat, get your three in. Hold on, sorry, get your three in. I'm interested to see. Let's assume it's a three. It's a three, and I'm going to go around the boys here and see what they got to say. And I'll come to you in a sec. I interrupted, Si. Go on.
Sorry, Si. Can I just I just want to comment, then I'll get straight back to you. Owen put something about it's working, lads. We're 14th in the table or whatever. It's working at home. It's definitely not working away.
Definitely not.
It was Owen, wasn't it?
We've won one game away. We scored 3 goals. So it's not working away.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
Si.
Go on, Si.
No, I agree with what you're saying. I was just going to pick up Ed's on what you just said, because Cooper's not going to drop Freuler. There's no way he's going to drop Freuler.
You not think so?
No,
I think
no
he's
way.
more likely to do it now than he has been at any stage.
Freuler's more, because I think Freuler brings that leadership that, in the team. Cooper keeps talking about it, and it seems like Freuler is, one of the sort of permanent members in that team that he's not going to take out because of that leadership qualities he brings.
Why? You've been to a lot of the games live in person, so you get to see it from a different angle. Let's talk about the ghost for a second, as we've called him, because he's not. I don't know if you can call him a conductor. I've been patient with him. I've liked what I've seen of him, but for me, when he came off for Yates against Everton, you saw a change in the tempo of the play. And what have you seen in Freuler? What do you think Cooper's seen in Freuler that makes him such a mainstay at the moment?
I just think a lot of it's the leadership qualities, and he just brings that sort of stability at the back. I know you said that obviously when he came off against Everton, the pace changed, but I think that was more because of the situation of the game. Obviously, we were chasing the game at home against the sort of relegation team. So I think even if Freuler was on the pitch, I think we would have still had a similar performance. I know what you're saying. I know what people are saying. Obviously, with Freuler, it's just, you don't really notice him, but he's probably one of those players that if you do take him out of the team, you would notice him missing.
So can I just touch on that leadership comment then? Because I'm not seeing leadership from him. I don't see him shouting at players. I don't see him organising a team. I don't see that. So leadership would show that for me.
I've seen Cooper come out with comments about his leadership, though. He does come out with comments about Freuler.
Cooper comes out with a lot of comments that we don't necessarily agree with, and that's one I don't agree with.
And also, obviously, like he got the captain's armband, didn't he? When Yates and Worrell were out. Yeah, but that shows that he is up there in Cooper's.
Yeah, but it also shows what the lack of options that he had. Are we
struggling on leaders in general?
There's no point taking him out of the team. Like, that's not a position where.
What does he bring to the team? What is he bringing? That's my question.
I
just think he does the simple stuff.
Nice hair.
He has got nice hair.
Look, I'm a big fan of Remo Freuler. I think he's a good football player. And when I go down the match, I do see a lot of the off-the-ball stuff that he does. He runs more than anybody, he closes down more than anybody. He does organise, and he is everywhere. Having said that, recently, less so. And I think it's time to give somebody else a chance. I want to see us with a bit more oomph in midfield. It's all right having a player that does what he does. And, players like that are valuable. John McGovern was a similar sort of player. He used to have a lot of stick, and you never noticed him until he wasn't there. And maybe if he wasn't there, we would notice a difference and we would miss him. But I think it's time to try something else.
We can't do what we did last
Especially away
week.
from home, because we've got nothing to lose away from home. We're in every match and getting hammered quite often away from home. Got nothing to lose, so why not try something different?
Yeah, I don't want to see what we saw last week with Shelvey, Colback, and Freuler. That was far too negative.
Yeah, three defensive midfielders, basically. Well, no, not so much with Shelby. That's a bit unfair to call him that. But
Well, he was very deep, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Especially
he was
that
very
first
deep.
half.
It was
If you've got to
far
say,
And
against
position-wise.
Everton. It was ridiculously deep.
Yeah.
You know, and that must be.
And who would you replace Freuler with then, if you're wanting to give him a rest?
It depends on who's available. I mean, if Yates is available, I think I'd like to see him back in the team. So I would quite like to see Shelvey, Yatesy, and Danilo. That's my
Yeah, but who are you playing CDM?
Yeah, well, that's a good.
Because Freuler's doing all right in that position. It's not,
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he?
It's not a position we point to every single game, is it? It's not like
He was at fault for the Everton
Again,
know,
though,
goal.
Simon, we say he's doing all right at
most of the time
CDM,
he's
but
fine.
again, Simon,
He does
I
put a
agree-
good tackle
what
in.
you-
One at a time, lads.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying to a degree, side. But we've had him at CDM for every away match, and we're shit. So we're not losing. This is my point. We're not losing anything by trying something different, are we?
Agreed. And I think, let's not forget how many games he's played. He's played a World Cup as well. I think he needs a rest.
Yeah.
I could see it in him. I think he needs a rest. And that's
And he does run. He does run further than the other play, doesn't he? Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe that will refresh him. Give him a game out. There's nothing to lose by not starting him tomorrow. I agree with that we've been so poor away from home, then we've got nothing to lose, literally. Oh, here he goes.
Yeah,
I knew
he's a legend.
I knew my biggest fan was in here somewhere. Thank you.
You dirty old dog.
Tomorrow, cheer the lads for me. Oh God, I don't even want to imagine him in his bathrobe with a cigar.
I don't know why you went there anyway. So you were
Smoking
imagining him
jacket,
in his bathroom.
No bathrobe, smoking jacket, mate.
Sharky, that £2 is going towards a new hoodie for Dino. So thank you, Sharky. Really do appreciate it, and a new mic for Sai as well. So your mic's going to be with Dino on Monday. And speaking of Sai, I actually rate Colback says Mrs. Sai.
God.
Yeah. Oh God, thank you for allowing Simon on tonight. We do appreciate.
She actually speaks more sense than Sai.
Yeah, can we do a swap? Can we do a mid-swap?
Yeah,
I keep
please.
telling her to come on at some point, to be honest.
She's more than welcoming to you anytime.
Come on.
All right, Dino, your midfield three.
Right, so I would go with false nine like Ez because of the crap we've got up front at the minute.
Dino, your midfield three.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just lining up the three and the three. Yeah. So I think for this game we need some energy in midfield. So no passengers. So I would choose Yates, Danilo, and Colback.
Thanks for
if
stopping.
O'Brien was available, I'd chuck him in that mix as well.
Wait, Yates. Say it again. Yates,
Danilo, and Colback. And you know what? I wouldn't have a set defensive midfielder. I'd get them rotating.
I don't know what to say to that.
What, Yates, Danilo, and Colback? They've got a lot of tackles in them. They've got a lot of energy.
Where's the forward play?
Creativity. I think.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, man.
GW, Scarpa. I mean, do you want everybody to do everybody's job all the way up the pitch? I mean, we've just tried to get.
You do realise the midfield has to link
in
the
the last
play up,
game. We tried to get Worrell. Our manager tried to get Worrell being the quarterback. How did that work out? Just let everybody do the job.
Okay.
And the midfield be the midfield, the defence be the defence, and the forwards be the forwards.
You can't have three separate units in football, man. That's been our problem all season.
Why?
Because they have to be fluid and interlaced together. Have you not watched us play all season?
Hasn't it? It's worked brilliantly so far.
Hold on. Before we start arguing,
you got it.
Before we start arguing.
Yeah.
Mrs. Simon, thank you so much
Oh,
for the
wow.
She's definitely transferred her way in now.
Thank you so much.
You've been sold.
She's amazing. She's amazing.
Thank
you. Your agent's fee will be paid as well, of course, for allowing him
Can
missing Love Island.
Can you address what she said though earlier about Colback?
I mean, you really want my take on Colback?
Because I know you're. Yeah, exactly. That's what I want to hear.
You want my
I wanna
take
hear
on
what your
Colback?
thoughts are.
Colback, he'll go on and he'll play to the best of his ability. Oh, sorry. Before I do, Jeremy, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you. Do really appreciate it. Look, this, and I've said it a million times. I'll say it a million more times. Colback always plays at the top of his level when he comes on. The top of his level is not Premier League. Full stop, in my opinion. I can name you the last 3 or 4 games where he has played, and in all the games, he's been culpable for at least one of the goals in all those games. So, yes, he goes on with energy. Yes, he does everything. But if I put Ez on the pitch tomorrow, he'll play with energy as well. But Ez would be crap and cost us a goal.
Whoa. The first bit was
Hang
right.
on.
Just one goal.
You've not seen Ez play.
I know. I definitely haven't got energy, but I won't be crap either.
Yeah, energy's the last thing he's got.
Well, all right, passion, whatever you want to call it, right?
So
for me,
Aggression, I think, tonight.
well, we know he's got strength because he did 100 of the old on the old vlog, right? But my point is very simple on Colback, and the point that pisses me off about all the people that defend him. I mean, it's their right to defend him. I don't really care if they want to defend him or not, right? The point is, people don't look past last season. No one's looking forward into what's happening this season. They don't. You still hear people saying, oh, I wish we got Garner. I wish we got Davies still in, Ez. I wish we had all these players. It's not happening. It's gone. Move forward. Move forward. If you want to be a Premier League team, you have to play Premier League players. It's as simple as that.
When did I last mention Davis, by the way?
Just there. Caught you in the trap.
I mentioned him yesterday. We're going back to October when I mentioned Davis.
Wolverine, would you play tomorrow, Freuler or Colback?
Neither.
No.
So
You don't do that. When you ask me questions, you say, you got to choose one, so you got to fucking choose one.
That's just a dumb question because I could choose more than them.
It's not a dumb question.
It's
an absolutely relevant question that
CDM, then?
Cooper might be thinking about tomorrow.
Who would I play at CDM? I would play.
Who would you play in midfield? Freuler or Colback?
Freuler.
Why?
Because of what Sai said about him earlier.
You absolute flake, honestly.
Because he's got an agenda against Jack. That's the reason, yeah.
I do have an agenda against Jack. What's the big deal with me saying I have an agenda against him? He's not Premier League quality. It's that simple. Whether or not you agree or disagree, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. He's not Premier League quality. That's
you know what? You're entitled to your opinion about Dennis, but Colback's done a lot more than fucking Dennis this season. So yeah, carry on with your
Colback's played more than Dennis, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, exactly, because deservedly so. I'm not going back on the Dennis one, but what's he doing that's not getting him into the team?
Boys.
So Ed, you would play Colback ahead of say Danilo?
No, I wouldn't.
No, let's move on from Jack because we're not.
When you like the touch paper and retire, that's what it is. When I mention Colback,
I agree with Stoney
doing that.
Oh, Brian,
I gave you my 3 anyway. It was a 2, but I replaced Colback with Shelby. But I had Danilo and Yatesy in.
Well, there you go. You didn't even pick Colback in your 3.
But I still think he's better than Dennis.
Okay. So did we do your 3? And I can't remember now.
No, we didn't. Last one.
Yeah, we did. I said it in
Good to see it as memorable, Dean.
It was just a long time ago.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I did. I said I'd like to see Shelby, Danilo, and Yates.
Yeah,
Shelby, Danilo, and Yates. I hate to say it. That would be my 3.
Can I just ask before we carry on?
No,
because I'm confused about this one because Cooper keeps bringing up that he got told off by the physios for play. Was he on about playing Yates too long?
Yeah, that's a bit worrying to be honest.
Well, I mean, he played him 20 minutes.
I mentioned that last time round.
So, mate, he's not going to start, is he, tomorrow?
Maybe the medical staff said he shouldn't play him at all. I think that's what the bottom line is.
Yeah, well,
he said, "Fuck you, I'm playing him."
I mean,
all right, guys,
we're not grumpy. This is normal.
Owen, I'm saying we're going to win. I know you're looking at me thinking, what the hell after what I've just said. I'm saying I'm guaranteeing us a win tomorrow. I really am.
You haven't Scarpa yet?
No, we're about to, but we've got to take some questions from the chat.
I haven't
right?
given my midfield 3 yet.
Before we do,
All right,
though,
all right.
What I'm here for.
Muhammad's asking if you guys were footballers. I love these random questions.
Whoa,
Which
before we do
clubs
that,
would you play for and
before we-
why?
yeah,
Oh,
before we
crap,
do, don't just
Chopper.
ignore me, you prick.
Sorry, Choco, you absolute legend. Thank you for the $10. Either some red hair dye for Wolverine, oh god, or towards a hoodie for Scarpa. Yes, we gotta get Scarpa a hoodie, FFTV hoodie. Thank you so much, Choco. You're such a good supporter of the channel. We love you. Thank you so much. This question's fun though. Where's it gone? Shit. If you were footballers, who would you play for and why? I mean, should we start with Ant? That's pretty obvious.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't listening. Say it again.
If you were a footballer, if all of you were footballers, who would you play for and why?
Oh God.
Play for Forest because I love my club.
Really? Not Arsenal?
No, you'd go
Yeah,
for
but you
Arsenal,
wouldn't, would
so
you?
He wants to win something, so he'd go for Arsenal, but the rest of us would go for Forest, I think.
He'd go for Arsenal. He's not denying it. He's not denying it.
My first choice would be Forest, but if Arsenal came in with a better offer.
Wait, Ant, if you were at Forest, right? All right, let me just slightly tweak this question. If you were at Forest and you're on like 10 grand a week, yeah, and Arsenal came in for you and offered you 50k a week, would you take it?
Yes.
He didn't even hesitate.
No.
I'm honest.
You could have offered him an extra £1 a week, he would have taken it.
Yeah, I might have.
Pay cut, man.
Come on. Let's be honest. 10
all right.
to 50. Yeah.
Si?
Another problem about playing for Forest is you get these mugs criticising you every week.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the same at every club, my friend.
But you should see the other clubs. We're easy.
Yeah,
Si, would you?
we're mild.
Yeah, that's true.
Si,
No. Obviously, like as fans, we'll say Forest, but as a player, there's no way you would choose Forest as there. Come on,
really?
Oh,
come
my
on.
word.
Let's be realistic. Because
Who
we
would
say
you
it how it
choose?
is on this channel. We say it how it is on this channel.
Yeah, we're
You know what?
realistic.
You know
We're
what?
talking
It-
about.
it
playing
reminds me of
football,
one of our
we're really
most-
realistic.
Reminds me of one of our most passionate players ever. Somebody that you really believe bled Forest, Stuart Pearce. After he retired, he said, "I love Forest, and I would always choose to play for Forest if they gave me what I thought I deserved to be paid. But let's be realistic. If they didn't pay me what I thought to be paid, and another club did, I would have moved. And that's just everybody.
Okay.
Football's football, like.
Either, you know, and he's not.
He's not a Forest fan, is he? I mean, he was born.
He's a lot more passionate for Forest than a lot of Forest fans are. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
He loved the club.
Ez, Forest, would you play for him? If Arsenal came in for 50k, would you switch?
No, I tend to shove it up their arse, man. I'd
You
play for
liar! You
Such a
liar!
liar, man.
Shut up! I don't follow for money. I
You're
clearly, anybody who knows me knows I'm not following the money.
You are, aren't
Ez, you got a freaking baby's cot behind you, yeah? You're not going to move to Arsenal for 50k?
No, because the money doesn't bother me. It's about being happy. So, and the money doesn't necessarily make.
Oh,
people
you'd be
happy.
happy, Ez.
Beautiful thing, Ez. Well done.
I'd be happy
Finally.
if I got in week out for my homegrown team, and rather than sitting on the bench for Arsenal. So yeah.
Oh,
Do you know?
Nobody mentioned sitting on the bench.
100% with Ez. I would 100% play for Forest, and I'd be a Steve Bull at Wolves. I'd play all my career there because I love Forest, and I wouldn't move for whatever money. And listen, everything we own is all borrowed anyway. When we die, we lose it all. So
100%.
Yeah, but you guys
Wow.
keep talking about money. It's not about the
Happiness
money.
happiness can be found in other things other than money.
Yeah,
Wow.
but it's
Playing
not
for
like
life
that. If you're
is
a
deep.
foot,
I love
the
it.
most amazing
yeah, but
feeling.
Nino, if you're a footballer, you're gonna
I don't, you can say what you want. I don't
You
care.
want to play on the highest stage. There's no point talking about this because we're not
Oh,
footballers.
is it
but
morbid?
I know.
If you-
How's that morbid? I thought it was quite
Hey, Mark.
When we
nice
pass,
player,
we're just not got anything anyway. So
It's true. You don't take your
Money's-
money with you.
don't
no,
take
money's
anything.
Yeah, but it's
not
about- it's
all
about the
evil,
ambition and
seriously,
stuff,
you
isn't
can
it?
find other things happier in life than chasing money constantly.
100%.
Why
Ez will
do you
kiss the
think
badge
you'd be
one
happy
week
being a
and be off for
superstar
50k.
a week?
He doesn't know me. I would definitely wouldn't. Some
Score,
of these guys would,
to
but
score the
not me.
European Cup winner, you know, the final winner for your home club that you grew up with and you spent all your life with. Oh my God, that you can't buy that feeling.
Yeah, but what? If, yeah,
I
but,
did-
but that's not going to
I
happen
did-
anytime
what-
soon.
yeah,
One
but
at a
on the other
time.
hand-
One at a
Yeah,
time.
well,
Bloody
fucking
hell.
fake, honestly.
Yeah,
Me
but
and
Dino,
S,
on the other hand, what
like
if you were
that.
playing in the third division like we were a few years ago?
I don't give a shit if I'm playing in non-league. So I'm playing for the club I love.
Yeah. I'd
Love
be
it.
like Letitia, mate. I'd be a one club man. I wouldn't be
Dino.
from.
100%. 100%.
Dino.
I couldn't play for anybody else.
Dino,
Yeah.
let's be straight, right? Be honest with me. You're just thinking about the commute, aren't you?
Actually, I live
always
about 2
help.
Yeah.
All right.
Dinner's the
Well,
Forest
that might be
Stadium.
something to do with it. No. I would definitely be a one club man in it. It'd always be Forest.
I've got to say, I'm with Dino and Ez. I couldn't put on another shirt, mate. I could. Do you know the only team I would play for outside of Forest? Man United.
So you could fuck them up.
So you can
I would
sabotage them.
sabotage them so hard from the inside, you wouldn't believe it, mate.
And
Oh, it
rid
would be
somebody's
amazing.
17th goal of the season.
Exactly, man. Record breaking and all this. Anyway, let's move on to the real subject now. Scarpa, right? We built it up. We got to talk about Scarpini. I did the video earlier. There's so many comments coming through on the video earlier about people wanting to see Scarpa back in the team. And talk about our boy. Where is he? Why is he not in the team? What's going on? Would you play him? Pick your choice out of those questions. Guys in the chat, I want your thoughts on Scarpa because this one's pissing me off. And go.
Yeah, I don't know why he's not in the team, and yes, I would play him. Sorry if that's a short answer, but I love the guy. He's got so much creativity, so much passion, so much talent. He should be in our side. We're Nottingham Forest. We can't afford to have a player like Gustavo Scarpa sitting on the bench or not in the squad. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. You know, I mean, I love Jack Colback, but we've got a player like Jack Colback in the squad, and we can't get in the team rather. And we can't get Scarpa in the team. You know,
We couldn't get him in the
Different positions.
Hang on. We've
Different
got a player like
positions.
Chris Wood in the. We've got a player like Chris Wood in the team, and we can't get Scarpa in the team. What the
Different
fuck's going on?
positions.
Yeah, I know it's different positions, but that's not my point. I don't give a shit. Drop Wood, put Scarpa in. I don't care if you play him centre forward, goalkeeper, left back. I don't care. He's a better player.
He's got desire, and that's what we've been.
Yeah, and this was David's question. Well, carry on. Sorry, Ant. Carry on.
Sorry.
Simon, you say different position. Would you leave out Lionel Messi in his prime and play Wood? Different position.
No, I would replace whoever played number 10 or
No,
wherever Messi plays and swap him for him.
That's not the issue, is it? That's not the issue. You make your team fit the players you've got. You don't try.
Yeah, but Scarpa's not on that level compared to the rest of our players.
Really?
Yeah.
What,
Who's
not
better
at
than
that level,
Scarpa?
high or low?
Has he got one assist or one goal?
How many games has he
Oh,
played?
Oh, come on.
He's been on the pitch long enough, mate.
It's come from Brazil. It's come from Brazil
I'm not.
okay.
No, but
into a brand new
I-
team. Into a brand new
I
team
want him-
and played a few minutes.
No, I agree. I want him in the team, but I'm just saying the comparison you made was a bit silly.
No, so you think it's silly to say that I'd rather have Scarpa in the team than Wood? You actually believe that? So you don't think
because it's different positions.
You don't think you could drop Wood, play with a false nine, and have Scarpa on the left?
Yeah,
No,
you don't
I
get
want
to
Scarpa
change
on the
your
left.
formation.
So why are you saying you can't change them? Of course you can change them. You change the formation.
Yeah, but it depends on what system we're playing, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Then you're changing the
You
whole
make
system.
The system fit.
Yeah, but I don't know if I would change the system to fit Scarpa in, if that makes sense.
That's fair enough. No, that's fair enough, mate. That's fair enough.
Who's booing?
But
I'll go vote for that.
to be honest, maybe Scarpa's too nice in a way, if that makes sense. Maybe he's like too easy for Cooper to drop. I don't know what you guys think about that, because he comes across
he's
as
a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's not going to kick up a massive fuss if he's left out the team. Whereas some other players maybe would kick up a bigger fuss.
Okay, I mean, you drew the comparison on your video earlier, Wolverine. So
With
look how
Richarlison.
Richarlison reacted to Wednesday's abomination in the Champions League, and look how Scarpa's reacted to being dropped from the squad. Let's not get it wrong. He was in the squad, and I think that shows the class of the player. I talked about it last week. I think he agreed with me about the desire that he shows, and that's something that we're sorely missing throughout the starting 11, throughout the squad at the moment. And I think he's a player who brings that. I would be very, very eager to bring him back in, and I think he brings the best out of Logie as well. And I'd like to see Danilo back. So I think all our Brazilians should be playing tomorrow.
100%.
I agree. I think we should be playing tomorrow.
I would love that. Yeah.
100%.
Dino, your take.
Scarpa has to play. He's one of our most talented players, but you can't play like everybody that's creative and everybody that's attacking. You've got to have a balance, obviously. You've got to have somebody who will tackle and put the foot in. You'll also got somebody who's creative, but he's a kind of bit of both. He's got a tackle in him as well.
Yeah, I agree.
So he can win the ball quite high up.
He tracks back as well.
You've got to play him. I'd fit him anywhere. Obviously he's more well known for being down the right, but Jono's kind of cemented that position this season. I'd play him down the left and MGW down the middle. MGW wants to play down the middle.
Yeah.
Jono wants to play down the right. Scarpa wants to play, so play him down the left. What a fearsome front three that is.
And put a striker in front of
striker.
It's a bit lightweight, though, in my opinion. That's front three.
Why?
Just is. There's no.
Has Wood been putting it about and showing his strength?
No, but obviously that's what we're hoping he lives up to that sort of target.
Yeah, well, he
big
has
physical presence,
but we haven't got him yet. We haven't got him back yet. He's been showing his strength.
Even I would say to an extent, what's his name last week? He did more coming on as a sub. I forget. Ayew.
Ayew looked good last week.
Yeah, holding up the ball and interacting with the others and bringing them into play. He did more than Chris Wood did. So
and play Ayew or Dennis up front then if you're going to play a 3 and then a 1.
Yeah,
I know you won't. I know you'll play a 3 in midfield. I realise that.
No,
he might play Ayew on the left tomorrow. By the way.
I know you said Ayew had a good game. Idea. I know you said he had a good game, yeah. But Ayew's not a 90-minute man. I'm sorry, man. He's too old, right? And he's Cooper FC, favourite FC kind of thing. That's why he was brought in. But my point, my annoyance isn't forget Ayew how he's performed or how he hasn't performed, right? He's come from Saudi or wherever it was, Qatar or Saudi or whatever it was, yeah.
Qatar.
How the frick has he got in ahead of Scarpa, Dennis? He's just jumped the queue. Even Lingard, I've got no time for Lingard. But he's
probably
suddenly jumped the queue.
Yeah, probably because he's played for Cooper before, hasn't he, at Swansea?
Yeah, Cooper knows what
he
can
be an element of it. But he's done okay. To be fair to him,
I'm not saying he hasn't.
He's looked okay since come on. Say he's come from a league a lot lower to this league. He's done okay for me. He's done more than Wood for me. But
I mean, that's not hard, Dino.
But I agree with you. Shouldn't play in front of Scarpa. Scarpa has to play. His passing range is ridiculous.
It is. Yeah.
Let's be honest. I'm sure I think we know now because we've had enough hints. The players, probably the coaches, they watch us, and I'm hoping that they'll listen to what we're having to say because the majority of the fans want Scarpa back. They're missing him, so I'm hoping that some of what we're saying rubs off. But I think he's been left out in the cold a bit too long for my liking. So I think he'll be at least in the squad tomorrow. But I would like to see him start personally.
Who watches as the coaches? Cooper, if you're watching, I love you, but play the right team. Don't piss about. Attack.
Fair enough.
Just in case he's in the background, not commenting. Can
I just say one thing about Scarpa?
Yeah.
Just obviously I want to see him play, but I don't think the left wing is probably his best position. And
I agree.
I don't think he's effective on the left wing because, well, he might be if we play Wood up front, but at the moment, who's he? He's got a wand of a left foot, but he's got no one to cross it to because there's no one in the middle.
But with him playing
on
the left,
shoot from that angle, can he?
But with him playing on the left, doesn't it give MGW more options around him? This is the problem I have with Wood. It's nothing against Wood.
Yeah, but what's he going to do? Like, I agree. If Wood was up front, that could be quite effective. Get Wood on the end of those crosses. But if you play Scarpa, MGW, and Brennan, that's not going to work, is it?
Why isn't it?
Who's he going to whip the crosses into?
I don't think that's how we're going to be. We won't be whipping in crosses. I think we're just going to get them on the counter.
Scarpa does far more than just whip crosses in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Wolverine.
It's just that problem where he's left-footed.
Wolverine.
I know what you mean about Wood being up front. Sorry, Ant.
Sorry, mate.
I know, Si, what you're talking about Wood being up front. I totally agree. Wood is a target man, and then Jono can cross. He's cut in a lot of times, but he can cross. Scarpa on the left, crossing. Great, but Wood's also got to do his job. and head him in. He's a big lad.
Yeah, but he's not missing it yet, is he?
How do we know the coaches watch this? Well,
We know. We've
we
had
get
enough hints dropped.
we get
Let's put it
feedback.
that way.
Put it that way. We get
Yeah,
feedback.
we get plenty of
I
feedback.
interrupted Ant there. Sorry, Ant.
Yeah,
Go on,
no, very, very quick. Very quick. I'd just be interested. Can you put a poll up? Would you just simple? Would you play Scarpa
How
tomorrow?
many coaches are in here?
I did. 89% said yes.
Yeah,
89% said yes.
exactly.
Just something that David's said. I don't know how true it is, but David's a top bloke. He said, "Did you see that Scarpa's been scammed in a cryptocurrency scam in Brazil? Wonder if this is why he ain't playing. Apparently, he lost $1 million. I've not heard anything of it, so I can't speculate. But yeah, David, I don't know, David. I trust you, man. You're always reliable with what you say. And I've got to say, I agree with what Mr. Big Disco Party is saying here. He's saying, when will the Brazilian lads get back on midfield? I would go further than just playing Scarpa. I want to see all 4 Brazilians lock out that left side, man. Because the other thing people are forgetting, when Scarpa played in those games, Lodi was overlapping, man. Do you remember that ball? Was it against Southampton? Where he just... put it on a dime, down that channel, into Lodi. Lodi overlapping. Lodi feels confident that there's some form of attack down this ghost left side that we never use, And Lodi gets into his own as well. So it's not just what Scarpa brings, it's who he brings into the play as well. And I'm sorry, I'm getting pissed off with it. When you're seeing Colback, Wood, etc., starting ahead of Scarpa. Go on, Dino.
Don't you think it's sad that out of all the players we've signed the whole season from pre-season, that we haven't got a left winger and we haven't got a proper striker, a decent striker? Out of all the money, do you not feel sad about that?
No, but it's hard to get a striker, isn't it? It's hard to get a proven
With a left winger, we've not got a. We're just trying everybody there. Awonyi, Dennis, anyone will have a go there.
By the way, I've got my brother's an ITK, and I'm just putting his comment up.
We do.
Standers in the know, baby. Standers in the
Who
know.
do we love? It's Colback in
MG
there.
Dub.
Colback, love you, mate.
Scarpa.
Worrell.
Jono.
Worrell, piss
Both
off.
goalkeepers.
Yeah.
Hey, you'll upset his granddad.
Aurier.
Fuck him.
Jack.
Felipe.
Fuck him. No. If you're
stop now.
Brazilian, we love you. If you're scoring, we love you. Yeah.
If you've got
The
a
rest of
Brazilian,
you-
he loves you.
The rest of you, step the fuck up and play some aggressive attacking forward football. Anyway, all right, Sai.
Sorry, can I just say
Scores.
one thing about? Can I just say one thing about Felipe?
Yeah.
I need to have a word with that guy. I saw him at the Everton game just eyeing up my girlfriend. I need to have a word with him, mate.
Did you really?
No,
Sai,
no,
he's
that,
better
mate.
looking than you, Sai. I hate to say
Sai,
it,
it's
Sai.
only
You are
natural,
young.
mate.
You still got, the boyish good
And then my
looks.
girlfriend was like, "He's decent looking." I'm like,
Hey, it's only natural, mate.
Mate,
I've got a crush on. I
Mate,
wish you'd steer
I've
at
got
me
to
like
keep her
that.
away from these games.
Sorry. Your girlfriend's really pretty, so that
lovely.
comes with the territory, my
Natural,
friend.
mate. In fact, I'd consider it
My
natural
missus
if
does
you
it with me
wasn't.
all the time. Bloke's
Ez,
looking at me.
Ezzy, you wouldn't mind Felipe putting
I
a
wouldn't mind
glance
him
your
looking
way?
at me
Little
like that.
pouting
No,
you. He's
I've
an
got a bit of a
absolute...
man
That,
crush.
that ponytail, Ed.
mate.
Yeah.
I used to have one, but it didn't look as good as that. I'm telling you.
All right, let's get into the scores.
We
Sha-
do. I am actually a bit concerned about this crypto thing with Scarpa.
What do you know? I don't know anything about it.
No, I don't know
me
anything about
either,
it.
but
Comment on it.
Chris Bratt has put it's right about Scarpa and crypto. If there's any sort of stuff going off, it could affect him, just saying.
Yeah, £1 million.
Mate,
is
a
a lot
million
to
to
lose.
footballers, man. That's buying an apple. You know what I'm saying? Just still
How much
watching.
is Scarpa on?
Would you ditch Sai for Felipe? That's the question we all want to know. I know Sai's got those good looks, but the size of his wallet ain't gonna match Felipe.
Yeah, but he's punching well above his weight, let's be honest.
We all are. We all are.
You could be a wag.
Sorry,
You could be a
sorry.
wag. Yeah.
just giving you as it is.
At least
we
she
gotta
can
get
get
to the
tickets
scores.
then. She can get us some tickets.
You do
This is an
it for
indecent
tickets,
proposal, Sai. Bloody hell, man. All right, guys in the chat, let's get into the scores. Get your scores in. We'll put a poll who's going to win as well. We'll start in reverse order this time. Dino, how do you feel about tomorrow? What's your score prediction?
1-1.
You're sitting on the fence off the bat.
No, I could have given you two options. If we go with the right attitude, we'll win. If we go with the wrong attitude, we'll get battered 4-0. So I've gone for a 1-1, just to make it simple to have the conversation with you.
Fine. Jolly Ollie saying 3-1. Forest Ant, what say you?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to be pretty boring as usual and say that it depends on the team we put out, doesn't it? I mean, that's fact. It does depend on the team we put out. If we put out, which we won't, but if we put out a more attacking, aggressive side, then I believe we could actually win 1-0. However, I believe we'll put out our normal low block side and probably lose 2-0.
You lot are fucking depressing, man.
It's all down to Coops, isn't it, really? What mentality he has. If we sit deep, we'll lose.
Let's shout out some of these scores before I get on to Ez. Jeff saying 2-1. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. It's good to see some positivity on this negative channel. Johnny saying 2-1 to Forest. David going 1-1. He does his heart saying 1-1. But wait. Prediction 1-1, but my heart says 1-0. Go with your heart. Go with your heart. Nick saying 2-0. Owen saying Spurs will win their season. Is top 4 now.
They ain't getting top 4. Spurs are not getting top 4. Liverpool are getting top 4.
Wolverine. Sorry, who said we're a negative channel?
Me.
Oh.
No. Let's just say there's been a few comments flying around how negative we are.
Right. So when we did our predictions for the rest of the season, I was called negative and gave us a certain amount of points. Correct. I'm behind on my points already. So Forest haven't performed as well as I thought they would perform, and that was fairly negative. So we're just being realistic.
Here you go.
Well done, sorry.
Hold on. No,
but you got us winning at the start, didn't you?
Hold on. Here's the expected points. I said 16, 19, 17, 25, 17. So I went for the lowest score, and I'm behind the count. I'm behind the count. So, yeah, there's negative and there's realistic, isn't there? Couple more scores. Let's shout them out. Razza 4-1. Crazy
question. Why do people think that because, on the balance of the evidence, you think your team might not win? Why do people assume that's negative? Do they expect you just to say every week we're going to win 4-0?
Yes. Yeah, it's the same nonsense. It's like... Yeah, it's the same nonsense. It's like, you have to always be behind your team and all this stuff. And you have to. Of course, we're behind the team, but we're just saying we're just talking about reality, aren't we? We're just saying facts.
Exactly.
We all want Forest to win 5-0 every week.
Yeah,
that's what we want.
Yeah, absolutely. The difference, what we do here compared to others, is we'll just talk it through, popular opinion or not. We'll have the discussion. We're not saying we're right or wrong, but we'll put the arguments out there. If they're right, cool. If you disagree, let us know why. And that's all we ask for, really. Can we be blunt? Yes. So why sugarcoat how you feel? And do passions run high, especially straight after a game or during a match? Of course they do. We're fans at the end of the day. They're saying, if you want neutral crap, go watch the BBC. Look what they're doing with Lineker and stuff, Here, this is our channel. This is your channel, guys. And you get to say what you want, as long as we don't cross lines into racism and stuff like that. Say what you want and then just argue your point. The only thing I don't accept on here is when someone puts a throwaway comment with no reason behind it.
Yeah,
put your argument down.
That's ridiculous. Should be banned for life.
What a dick.
Yeah, Richard, the exhibit A right there. Richard, exhibit A right there.
Intelligence. It shows intelligence.
Clearly.
How much you pay him?
Seriously,
a fortune.
They're meant to give us super chats, not the other way around, Ant. Yeah.
Super twat.
So anyway, that's what I will say on that. Look, and if people don't like it, don't fucking watch. Is that simple?
It is a great channel. I keep telling people this. It's a great channel. Nobody believes me. It's a great channel.
And I disagree. I disagree with what Wolverine just said there when he said, if you don't like it, don't watch. No, still watch it. Even if you don't like it, still watch it.
Yeah.
To be honest, I won't say who, but someone sent me some messages today about what people are saying about us. And I absolutely love it. Do you know why? Because these people that complain about us are probably the people that watch us the most. And it makes me laugh. You got nothing better to do with your time. If you don't like it, sure, there's 6 billion other YouTube channels you could watch. But thank you for watching us and getting more annoyed.
And to
Anyway.
be fair, you know, we're not happy. I mean, there's going to be a lot of them. The happy clappers will be coming back from their day trip in London, fucking with their badges and all that shit. Happy regardless. We could get trounced 7-0 and they'll come out like, yeah. Fuck off, mate. Yeah. Well,
We're in the Premier
yeah,
League, mate.
Yeah, to be fair,
I'm so angry tonight.
I'm not overly keen on this happy clapper agenda thing. If people are positive about their team
That's
and they're going
fine.
to say we're going to win 5-0,
Yeah.
great. I don't have
Fine.
a problem with that. You know.
I agree. But then don't go and try and force your opinion or the way you want to do it onto everyone else.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
Yeah,
I
with me.
remember you said that.
Yeah, by the
I
same
remember
token,
you said, I'll clip that, Wolverine, for next time you and Ant are arguing, okay?
by the same token, have the respect for us as well that we have our opinion. You know, it's
Exactly.
opinions,
And fuck them is what I say anyway.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Anyway, Ez, your prediction.
My prediction, I'm going to be positive, mate, because I genuinely think we can get something out of this. The worst case scenario will be a draw, and I don't think we're going to lose tomorrow. I genuinely don't.
Worst case scenario, draw.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to lose tomorrow, mate. I'm telling you, it's as good a time to play them as anything.
Agreed.
Tomorrow.
Ez, how many times have we said that this season, mate?
It doesn't matter. So I'm still not going to go in and say I don't think we're going to get trounced tomorrow. Even if we do lose, we're not going to get trounced. But I'm actually positive. I'm as positive as I can be, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 win, mate. So put that in your pipe.
No, I would love that.
Put it in your pipe.
I would fucking love that, mate.
I'd love that. And Wood to score the winner. Couldn't be happier.
Yeah, exactly.
Held by Colback, by the way.
At the end of the day, it makes no difference whether we say, I think Forest are going to win 5-0 or I think Forest are going to lose 5-0. It makes no difference. The game's the game, isn't it? You know?
There's a legend in the chat anyway. Let me just bring it up.
Oh, what an absolute legend he is as well. Marky
mate.
boy, we love you, bro. Whenever I've gone to the game this season.
Hey, this is a good point here, look.
Bring it back up.
David.
Absolutely.
Pressure is all
Can
on
you,
Spurs.
hang on, Wolverine. Can you bring up more? It's all right saying thanks for the super chat. Can we actually read what he said?
Yeah,
I'll
I
never
did.
get that far.
I did.
Read it.
I read it.
He read it.
Yes.
He's
This could
going
be it.
tomorrow, yeah.
Read it.
I've got
the
a
one.
pretty good record as
All
well.
right, I'll
If
read
it is
it
the
again.
one,
Only because
You'll
it's
have to ring the
Mark.
club and tell them to ban
Only
you
because
from
it's
away
Mark, I'll read
games.
it again. Whenever, would you like it at this pace, Dan? Whenever I've gone to an away match this season, Forest have not lost.
You're doing a
So
Scottish
you'll all be
accent,
glad to
please.
hear I'm going to the game tomorrow. Thank you again, Mark. You get a second round
Thanks,
of applause. Yeah. Mark, if you cause us to lose, then you'll see the whole negativity come on your ass tomorrow, mate. So you put your line in the sand now, Mark.
Mate.
You really have, yeah? So careful. Right. Ez, you gone happy clapper 1-0. Sai, what you gone?
Well, you know what?
The
what
opposite.
I'm gonna
If he
say.
starts this
you
with
say
the
no
word
big stadium,
If you say the
Big
word stadium, guys, this will be the last time you see Sai on here.
How many results have I called correctly? How many times have I said,
All of
you know,
them,
we'll
yeah.
lose 3-0
Yeah.
and we'll lose
Hard, though.
3-0?
We've been shit
I
away
said
from
6-0 to Man
Makes far more
City.
sense.
I said 6-0 to Man City. We lost 6-0 to Man City. I said
Sai, you're
3-0
like
we're going to lose
30th
to
in
Man
the league,
United.
What are you talking
We-
about?
Now let's
That's
listen to
'cause I
the
don't
guru.
bother
Let's listen
doing
to
it
what the
sometimes.
guru's got to say. Come on, what's the result tomorrow?
Go on then.
It's
Because if
gonna
you get
be,
it right, I mean, that'll be epic.
What have
But
you
then the
said?
problem is I'm watching the game and I'm slightly hoping that my result will come true, which I don't want. Just to be right.
Go on then.
So what are you saying?
Drum roll, Wolverine.
Oh, all right, yeah. I mean, he's built this up,
Hold on,
guys.
hold on.
Guys, we better
Drum
hit
roll it.
one hell of a score here. Ready?
Okay, so normally it would
Hold
be
on. Wait till the
3-0.
end of the drum roll. You know-
I can't hear the drum roll.
All right,
Okay,
say it.
I'll do it. Right, go on again, Wolverine.
Fucking hell. All right, go on.
What the fuck is that?
Aeroplane taking off,
shit.
man. What is that noise?
It's like
Seriously?
a bee. It's like a bee doing a bass note in a choir.
You having a
Like, just give me your
wank, mate.
goddamn
That's what
score.
it
I'm getting
sounded
sick of this.
Score.
Okay, 2-0 Spurs.
like. Get him off, man. Get him off.
Guys,
Yeah. it is.
thank you, Peter. You're an absolute fucking legend yourself. I am telling you, I am giving you the Wolverine. The last time I did this was against. Sounds like a super. I do like an impressor. Last time I gave you a Wolverine, Vinnie Mac Garandam T was against Southampton. In fact, I haven't got it here.
Trousers on.
Sorry, I thought I had the old Pinnacle shirt. I ain't got the Pinnacle shirt there. In fact, the Pinnacle shirt will be on for the watch along tomorrow. That's how confident I am. I've got the goddamn bet on with my brother again, swapping shirts. So we better damn well win. I am saying, guaranteed at least a stuffing of 2-0. We are gonna tonk them. We are gonna tonk them. I promise you, we are gonna beat them. I promise you. Yeah.
Keep the claps going.
Keep the claps going. Andrew, thank you so much for the £2. There's my other fellow happy clapper right there. 1-0 Scarpa scores off the bench. Andrew, you're right, but you're wrong because it's going to be 2-0. It's going to be 2-0 to Forest. I'll even tell you the goal scorers. I'm going to go with...
Oh, crazy cat lady.
I love the cat lady. She's a legend.
I'm going to go with MG Dub and a Felipe header from a corner. You heard it here first.
And how many are you getting?
And then Simon, by the end of the match, you will be single and Felipe will have himself a new partner. It'll be Ez.
You're sounding like me as a kid playing armies. Oh, right. So I did get that.
Anyway,
Just got it.
All right, guys. So coming up tomorrow, watch along from 2:30. Yeah, make sure you're tuned in. You're not going to... Thank you so much, Andy. 2 months already. Bloody hell. Time is flying. Then we'll have the player ratings. Tomorrow's player ratings will be open. We're going back to open season. Let's see where the trollers are. And then I got to dash off for my dad's dinner party. And then my brother's going to be there. That could be interesting which way it goes. And then I think we've got a party stream, probably about 9:30. I'll try and leg it back if I can. It's going to be a quick dinner party. And then we have a special surprise for you guys coming up on Monday. So stay tuned for that. There's going to be something interesting potentially happening on the channel. I've had such a blast. I've got a lot off my chest today. I feel like Ez had a lot on his chest.
He's chilled now, and we know what everybody drinks.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, you know what everybody drinks.
And what it smokes because he's chilled now.
Hey everyone, raise your glass as we finish up for the night. We will see you tomorrow for the watch along. It's been an absolutely cracking stream. Thank you to all the comments, guys. Honestly, forget the show. I could just sit here and read your comments. That's and I do. I go back on the stream and I love your comments. Anything I mean, the speed they come through are crazy. So I put us on mute and I go back and read the comments because they're absolutely fantastic. We love each and every one of you. Thank you for being with us. And to the haters watching, suck it.
Yeah.